In this video, I'm going to cover how to use TikTok for real estate agents, and I'm going to give you guys 3 video examples that helped me close 57 deals my first year in real estate, pretty much 100% through TikTok. TikTok today, as of July, or we're now into August 2023, still is the platform with the largest reach that allows you to reach the largest audience with doing the least amount of work. Still today, that is the nature of this, and especially for realtors, it is a complete hack and a cheat code, because the way the algorithm works is it actually pushes your content out based on your IP address, then based on how it's received locally, it will then decide to push it out nationally or internationally. So it's basically a free bus bench on steroids. So the first video example, and probably my favorite that has helped me close the most deals and gain the most followers and get the most engagement, are green screen videos. Green screen video, you're basically putting up an image behind you. You're still on the screen, but you're talking about the image or the video behind you. There are many ways to do these videos. The one that's personally worked best for me is putting up a news article behind me and then literally just repeating the title of the news article and then talking about that article and giving my opinion on that article to the audience. So I'm going to give you guys an example of one of these videos right here. Big interest rate cuts ahead from the Bank of Canada if 2001 is any indication. I'll save you guys the body of the article and cut right to the juicy part here, but basically in '01, interest rates were roughly around what they are right now. I think they were 6%, we were at 5.2, we're at 5.25 right now, that's the overnight lending rate. In '01 January, they cut rates by 25 basis points, and then exactly 1 year later, the rate was 2.25% for a full 375 basis point cut in 1 year. So this video got me nearly 90,000 views. So when it comes to articles, they're engineered and written by people who have spent many thousands of hours figuring out how to hook the viewer with a title and grab your attention so that you read the article. Well, excellent for you. You can kind of leech off of their skills and just repeat the article that they've already engineered to do that for you, and then you should be able to hook your viewer. The only thing is, once you've hooked the viewer, you actually have to give them something. So I'd recommend that you don't just repeat exactly word for word what the article says. You still have to give your opinion on that article. With an article, and really like any piece of information out there, don't just give people information. You actually have to give your opinion on that information, or give at least the viewer something to connect with, because they don't really follow you for the information. The information's everywhere. They can get information from anywhere. The reason why people choose to follow you over somebody else is because of the way that you present the information, you package and present it, and then mostly your opinion within the information that you've packaged and presented. And another really good green screen video is, and this one I've sold a lot of homes. I actually sold 2 just last month off of one video doing this, is you just green screen, we call them pre-sales. You guys might call them pre-construction or new construction or pre-built, whatever it is. You know how they usually come with like a bunch of cool renderings and stuff like that. You can throw up a CGI rendering behind you. Hey, this, condo project's coming to market next week. It's a 10% deposit. It's completing in a year. The prices start at $399,000. It's in a great location, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, as you're saying all of this, the renderings are changing behind you, or you can just use one rendering. So this is the video that I sold 2 pre-sales off of just last month. 5% deposit Kelowna pre-sale. You guys have been asking for it. Here it is. Located minutes away from the UBCO campus, this is the Anna Capri, featuring 90 condo units starting at $399,000, and that's right, 5% deposit. Completion is scheduled for spring or summer 2025, so you still have a 1.5 to 2 years with only putting down that 5%. Kelowna's population grew 14% last year. It is the fastest growing city in Canada, and I expect that to continue going into 2023. If you're looking to pick up one of these units, give me a ring. And you can also green screen things like listings, stats, charts. Like I'll even green screen somebody else's Instagram post, a post that I see on Twitter. You can green screen anything, so long as you think that you can take what's on the green screen, present it in a digestible fashion that is captivating, that is, provides value to the audience, and gives people something to connect to you with. Just get creative with it. Either way, green screening is probably my most successful method of putting out videos. If you guys look through my TikTok page, you will see countless, super viral videos with green screen. And number 2, please subscribe if you guys want to learn how to attract more clients through the use of social media if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, whatever it may be, or maybe you just have a business. Number 2 is going to be property tour videos. Now, I personally don't even shoot these videos anymore. I did in the beginning, but I manage a team of 25 agents, and I pretty much have all my new agents that join the team shoot these videos. And the reason why I love them is you don't need to know anything about the economy. You don't need to know about interest rates. You don't need to know about real estate investing. You don't need to know about any of this stuff. You just have to every day be consistent, show up to a property, shoot a video of it, and post it. And the thing that I love the most about them is that they have a much larger reach than, like, if I were to do videos on Vancouver real estate. The only people that care about Vancouver real estate are people who live in Vancouver and also care about real estate. If I shoot a video of a nice property, people care about nice property worldwide. So your potential audience is way, way bigger with property tours. Now, you don't get as much depth with your audience, but you're casting a way larger net. Now, these are pretty self-explanatory. I will show an example later on how to shoot these videos, but essentially what I tell my agents is, hey, there's 50 pre-sale centers or pre-construction show centers located in and around the city, in the suburb, whatever. Go to every single one of these, shoot a video of their show center that the developer has spent a couple $100,000 to set up, or whatever, I don't even know what they spend, but that they've already spent money for you to come and market in there, and build a portfolio of these property tour videos. And then once you have a portfolio, you figured out how to shoot the videos, how to edit them, the best way to streamline everything, then you can start reaching out to listing agents to actually get into some nicer listings that are on the market, because you can be like, hey, I already know how to do this. I'm already getting views. Check out my account here. I want to come and market your property. So there's a guy in Calgary that's done absolutely amazing with this. We got licensed roughly around the same time. He runs a team of agents now, and he tells his agents to do the exact same thing. Here's an example of one of his videos.
Come for a tour of this Calgary show home starting at $681,000 by Morrison Homes. This home is perfect for those who have a family and love to entertain. The main level has an open concept design with the kitchen, dining, and living space all connected, and there's even access to your back patio and yard. The cozy main living space has a fireplace on the TV wall, and back towards the front of the home is an office.
Now, again, I've sold properties with these. I've actually sold quite a few properties doing property tour videos, but the reason why I stopped is I just feel like it didn't align with my brand and who I was. But if I was a brand new agent, and see, like, I spent 5 years researching real estate investing. I already owned a couple investment properties before I ever got licensed, so I knew that. I had the authority to speak in that space. Most new agents coming into the industry don't have authority to speak about inflation, real estate investing, or any of this stuff. Property tour videos are absolutely perfect for anybody, in my opinion, but you have to make sure that you are actually in the video. Don't just shoot the property. You need to be in the video, otherwise you're not building your personal brand. And the last video type, now I personally don't make these videos. I do on my other YouTube channel, but I don't on TikTok anymore. I make a lot of videos about the economy, like I was saying, interest rates and stuff like that. That's just what I like to talk about. Most of my clients are investors and stuff like that. And I always preach that do not talk about shit that you don't know about. So if you don't know about real estate investing, don't talk about it. Don't just try to don't watch a video and then just copy what they said and then make it your video. Don't talk about interest rates. Don't talk about the economy. Don't talk about any of that stuff if you don't know what you're talking about. There are a million other videos you could be making. You don't need to talk about shit you don't know about. So this type of video that I'm going to tell you guys about right now is neighborhood videos. Obviously, if you've lived in your neighborhood or you grew up there or you grew up in and around the area, you have authority to talk on that. You've lived there for many, many years. So here's some examples of some neighborhood videos that you can shoot. Pros and cons of living in blank. Top 3 pros, top 3 cons, top 3 worst neighborhoods, top 3 cities, 3 things I wish I knew before moving to blank, top 3 things to do in blank, top 5 restaurants in blank, top 3 worst areas in blank city. And it goes on and on and on. You could literally make videos forever based on this because there's so many cities and there's so many sub areas within the cities and there's just so many things to talk about. And the thing that I love the most about these videos is they're provocative and controversial. Anytime you say something good about a city, you have a whole bunch of people who hate that city who are going to jump in the comments and talk bad about it. Anytime you talk bad about a city, there's a whole bunch of people who live there who are going to defend the city. They're very controversial videos, and for that reason, you typically get a lot of engagement on them. So in my local market, there's a city called Surrey that everybody loves to hate. It used to have a really bad crime rate 10 years ago. Today, it's a little bit better. But I'll say dumb things like, Surrey's the next Dubai, and I'll compare Surrey to Vancouver and say Surrey's better than Vancouver, which I actually really do believe, in my opinion. And stuff like that just goes nuts because Like I said, it's very provocative. Everyone wants to put their opinion in the comments section, and these videos are just endless. They require very little thought. Top 3 areas in blank city, top 3 worst areas in blank city. They're endless. You could do them forever. You don't need to research hours and hours to do them. Let's go over these top 3 videos again. We have green screen videos, property tour videos, neighborhood/city videos. So if you guys enjoyed this content and it helped you out, please subscribe for more of it because I'm gonna be dropping these every single week. Please like this video and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.